simple. My name is Yasmin, aka Sunfire. How y'all doing? I hope you all doing well. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you returning, welcome back. If you like the content that I'm creating, hit that like button. If you like to join the family, hit that subscribe button. I have a warning for Divine Masculine. You was warned to stop subleasing, okay? Because you welcome the enemy each time you do so. Um, you did it again, okay? You went and subleased somewhere else. This time you walked yourself right into another trap. I'm looking through the eyes of a teenage boy, and he don't like what he see. Um, he's showing me images of his dad. Okay, now dad has a very bad habit of flirting. Okay, um, son knows dad's destined path, and son is rooting for dad to get on the path, but dad is distracted because dad got some old habits that needs to be released. Now what the son is showing me is that a lady with blue hair, she does not like him. She's behind dad's back. She's giving him, shooting the middle finger. She's talking crazy to him. She even has a fucking gun. I think she even draw down on your son. Okay, behind your back when you was not present. Um, the son may have been picking you up off the floor because you passed out drunk, because you're depressed, because you're missing your divine feminine. Okay, you got to get your ass in order, divine masculine. You need to stop drinking, and you need to use your spirit of discernment about this energy that you're living with. Um, I just actually woke up. I just woke up, y'all. I've been asleep. Y'all know when I'm asleep, I'm not asleep. I'm working. So, um, I don't. Somebody's driving a maroon or burgundy car. How do I know this woman is setting you up? Well, there was a couple of things that led me to this. Um, what the Most High needed me to tell you. Um, you should not be dating right now, Divine Masculine. People know that you are chosen, and if you're mirroring your divine feminine, see, what you don't understand is you mirror your divine feminine. So if she's being attacked, you shall be attacked too. Okay? There is an agent who met up with this blue-haired woman. Okay? And they're plotting on the time of your expiration, when you're supposed to expire. And it's the very woman who is leasing these rooms to you. Okay? I've told you, if you are divine masculine, you should have your name on your own lease. I don't care if it's a hotel room. I don't care if it's an RV. I don't care if it's a garage. But if you are a storage unit, your name has to be on the lease to keep these type of energies from coming towards you. You understand? That way you have sole control of who comes in your surrounding. Okay? You're going into their surrounding, subleasing rooms. You got to cut this out. You're being guided by the Most High to relocate. All right? You have your son in tow. Whoever this blue-haired woman is as an assassin. She is assigned to take you out. She is not a landlord. It is not what it seems. You're living with a double agent. You moved right from hell and back into another hellish situation. That's what you done, Divine Masculine. And she's mistreating your son behind your back. You came in and found your son upset, and you laid down on the bed with him trying to see what's going on with him. Well, that's what's going on. She drawed down on him with a gun. I heard the gun go click clack when you was not round. You was transporting her somewhere. He was in the back seat. She's sticking up her middle finger at him. Anytime you try to spend time with him, she comes in and intervene. Okay? This woman is not what she seems. Okay? You should not be around anybody right now. You should be in your lonesome. That's how you was guided. Are you paying attention? Okay? If you're doing this because of financial reasons, then you got to find another solution, because you got to get in hermit mode, away from individuals. Okay? If your divine feminine has been getting attacked, then the same energy is going to mirror you, because you are a chosen one. This woman is an agent. She met up in a parking lot speaking to another masculine about the details of your assassination. A blue-haired, heavy-set woman who's ha-ha and kikiing in your face, flirting with you. Mad because you sleep. She's trying to push herself off on you. Your son walked in and saw her trying to do this and asked, what the hell y'all doing? Now, if that resonates for you and you hearing what I'm saying to you, then you need to pack the fuck up and get gone. Dismantle that situation quickly. Because this woman is paid to take you out. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all got to start listening now. I don't be on here wasting my breath. I be trying to guide y'all the way the Most High need y'all to move. And if y'all too hard-headed to freaking listen, who is this? If y'all too hard-headed to listen, then, you know, hard head. My mom always told me a hard head makes a soft ass. You know? So, hey, keep being hard-headed. But I'm going to tell you what. It's either you start listening, Divine Masculine, and get completely in hermit mode. Make sure your name is on the list of wherever you lay your head at. Okay? And that don't mean subleasing, bro. That is a sublease, meaning there's more than one name on that lease. Your name has to be the head. You understand? Spiritually, this is something spiritually that needs to be done. Whew. Can't nobody come in my house unless I say so. I have complete control over that. But when you're subleasing, you don't have complete control over that. Any and everybody can come in the house, as long as the head of the house say yes. And you didn't learn your lesson, bro. Okay? You really didn't learn your lesson. Spirit is showing me that, Spirit is showing me that you're not intimate with this woman, but she keep flirting with you and you're slick tempted. Temptation. Okay? Do not fall for this temptation. This woman is trying to get close to you on purpose to catch you off guard, to take you out. Okay? I sat there and watched the whole scheme between her and whoever she's employed by. Okay? They was talking about taking you out. And then she was asking about what to do about the son. You can adopt him and say you're his aunt. Hello? That's what I heard. Hell, as far as I'm concerned, you can adopt him and say he your nephew or something. Say you his aunt. This is a plot to kill a divine masculine. I ain't even wiped the sleep out of my eyes. Most I say, get live. Okay? If you have relocated divine masculine and you subleased another residence, and the head of the house living in the house, and she has blue short hair, heavy set, dark skinned woman. I saw her in a blue polka dotted dress. Blue dress is like sky blue, with white polka dots. If this ring a bell, get the fuck out of Dodge quickly. She has the hair cut short in the back. It's curly and it's blue. And she likes to sit sideways on the couch where her ass is hanging out so you can see it. This is an assassin. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Grab your son and go. She's hired hitman. The son reached out to me. I was looking through his eyes of the situation. After she pulled that gun on the son, that's when I tapped into her energy. Because I wanted to know why she pulled the gun on your son. So I spied on her. And that's how I found out the plot. She was in a parking lot while you was not around. Matter of fact, it's the very day she's ha-ha and kikiing with you and y'all roughhousing. You know what I'm saying? Pillow fighting or some shit. She's trying to befriend you, trying to woo you. Bro, drop that bitch like she hot, grab your child and get the fuck out of, get the fuck out of Dodge, bro. For real. Yeah, I know I don't even come live this early unless goddamn this is important. So I'm telling you right now, you need to take heed to what I'm saying to you, especially if that description rings a bell. A woman with blue hair, curly, cut short around the sides and in the back. She got a little height in the top. She easy on the eyes. But the bitch is a devil in the blue dress, okay? She pulled a gun on your son. And he ain't tell you about it. I heard her say, oh, so that's how we doing this? Click, clack. And the son kept himself in the room. You come in, find him, he won't come out the room. That's why. You kept telling him, come on, come on. He would not budge. Because she threatened him at gunpoint. Behind your back, this is what she's doing to your child. It's time to go, Divine Masculine. Try to see if I can remember anything else. When you would go in your room, your son hear you talking to your divine feminine. But I don't think she's physically there because you're also crying. She almost got you to fuck her, but you couldn't get it up. The reason why you couldn't, okay, Divine Masculine, if you did attempt to have sex with her and you couldn't get it up, God did that to you. God did it. Because she's a devil in a blue dress. She's trying to get close to take you out. You couldn't have sex with her because you had your divine feminine on your mind. This woman has also studied your divine feminine because you don't hide the fact about your divine feminine. You may have told her about your divine feminine. And she has studied your divine feminine. She's trying to emanate your divine feminine's energy. Because they showed me a picture of the woman with the blue hair, a very small picture. Then they showed me a very large picture behind her of divine feminine, your divine feminine, who she's trying to emanate. Divine feminine is overshadowing your energy right now. That's the Most High is doing that to you so that you won't have sex with another female. You need to refrain from having sex. You need to refrain from dating. You need to get solo dolo like ASAP, immediately. This woman has been paid to take you out. She is an agent. She's not a landlord. It's a setup. You keep wondering why you keep getting set up. You're chosen, divine master, and that's why. People know who you are, whether you want to realize that or not. They are assigned to you. So I'm telling you right now, you ain't got to listen. But when your son become an orphanage and this woman tries to adopt your child, then hey, who knows? But I'm telling you right now, if any of this rings a bell, please take heed. All right, yesterday I left off in the middle of chapter 24. It says, and as the bag, we're at chapter 24 in Jeremiah, verse 8. And as the bad figs which cannot be eaten, they are so bad, surely does say the Lord. So I will give up Zedekiah, the king of Judah, his prince, and hold on, I'm hearing something. You heard me. You understand exactly what I'm talking about. How long you got? You want to know how long you got to get out of Dodge? Does he have days, weeks, months? Now. He needs to go now. This needs to happen now. Your time has expired. You need to leave now. Get your son, get your belongings, and get the fuck out that woman's house. You don't have to owe her no explanation. Whatever you paid her and let her have that shit, get gone. Immediately. Like urgency. I don't go live this early in the morning. Go. I don't even know what time of day it is. Like I tell you, I just woke up and went live, okay? I'm still in my bed. It's 11:07. Confirmation. You will find it said valid unit. You will find a valid place for you to stay. Okay? But you need to get the hell up out of that house like today. Okay? I don't care if you gotta go check into a hotel till you find somewhere to go. But whatever you need to do, you need to get your son and get the fuck away from this blue-haired woman because she does not have your best interest nor your son's best interest at heart. She's been doing this behind your back. She pulled a gun on your son. And your son too scared to tell you. Because out of fear of what she might do to him. He's been watching her. And I guess she knows he's watching her. And he don't like her. You know, my mama always told me kids have the best damn discernment. This son is a teenager. Could be in high school. Um, my mom always told me the kids have the best discernment about people, and I trust that to this day. You know, I had my homeboy. I was helping him out. He needed a place to stay. I was helping him out, and as soon as my daughter told me she had a funny feeling about him, bro, you got to go. You know, immediately, just like that. It wasn't no hesitation. It wasn't no second guessing it. You, I'm trying to tell you, okay. Um, if everything I'm saying is resonating with you, which I'm quite sure it is, I'm usually dead on point. Um, I'm telling you right now, your son ain't telling you what the woman did because he's scared. Okay. Um, your ancestor gonna whoop this bitch ass though. If she touch your son again. Okay. She threatened. You was not home. I don't know if he comes home before you do. And she said, I don't know what was said. All I know is she was sitting on the couch and you was not there. She said something to him and he responded with lack thereof of you not my parent type energy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and oh, that's how we doing it. And she hops up and she goes in her room. I'm gonna describe the house. When you come in the front door, there's 2 bedrooms to the right. Yours the first bedroom in the front. His is in the back. Oh, there's this other part to it. Yeah, thank you. All right. Um, outside the grass is a bit overgrown. Okay. Um, but this could be somebody. I don't know it because I saw 2 black guys talking. A guy in a white pickup truck. He was coming to tell somebody he wasn't coming to work. Um, and somebody else was trying to clean up in the yard, cut the grass. I think she was trying to force the child to cut the grass. Okay? I think she was trying to force the child to cut the grass. And he looked at that grass and like, I'm not cutting that shit. And she said, oh, that's how we doing it. She gets up and she goes in the room, in her room, which is beside the couch. The couch sits to the left. The 2 bedrooms you and your son occupy sits to the right. Her room is to the right. To her to the left, next to the couch. There's a door there. Her room is there, and she comes out of there, and I hear her click clack, and the son is crying. Next thing you know, the son is cutting the grass. Okay. If your son cut that grass, she pulled the pistol on him that day. Okay? Um, there's something I don't know who the 2 masculines are. Um, one in the white pickup truck. He's tall, kind of got a pot belly. Um, kind of like my complexion, maybe a little darker. Um, he was telling somebody he had a hat on. He was telling somebody he wasn't coming to work because they wouldn't answer their phone. So he came to the site and he said, I'm not coming in today. They wanted him to move some shrub, okay? Some shrubs from the property. And he said, I didn't come here to look at you. You already trying to put me to work. I didn't come here to work. I was coming to tell you I wasn't going to make it today because you ain't answering your phone. And the man's like, So I don't know if that's why the grass ain't getting cut, okay? Or what. I don't know what's going on with the grass. The grass getting cut. Somebody not wanting to go to work, and the foreman or whoever owns the company, grass or whatever, that's the employer. I don't know what's up with them. Okay, who the employer is? Oh, I didn't get to see their face. I just saw the employee. All right, the person that they was talking to in the parking lot was dark skinned. Looked like they had just started growing locks, or their hair could have been nappy or whatever, like a nappy fro. Um, but it wasn't that long. She was standing outside the car talking to this person. And that person said, she said, well, what about the son? Hell, say you the auntie and get custody of him. You know, she's not related to your child at all. The son is not part of the hit. You are. Okay? And I also heard collect the check off of him. You see what I'm saying? So if this resonates for you, you need to get your shit today and get the fuck out of Dodge. She forced this child to go out there and cut the grass because he refused to do it. She pulled a gun on him. Okay? That's why your son was crying and upset and you was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. You got mad because you could not have sex with this woman. You tried and it didn't happen. God did that to you. He flooded your mind with divine feminine. That's why you could not rise. It would not get up. And you got mad and you hollered, fuck, and you walked off. Okay? I don't know if it was the same woman or not, but you was trying to get you some cooch and it didn't happen because your shit wouldn't get hard. All right? The Most High did that to you to protect you. All right? You need to keep your jet in your pants until further notice. Okay? That's what I'm being told to tell you. You are under attack, divine masculine. All right? You're evidently the attacks, the enemy is up in the attacks because you're close to union. So you really need to stay to yourself until you're divinely guided to move elsewhere. Right now, you're being told to leave this new dwelling. It's a new dwelling, okay? And you're being asked to relocate immediately. This woman is endangering your child and about to endanger you, okay? You're the target, not your child, but the child can get it, evidently, okay? In her eyes. So, yeah, woman with a blue dress, heavy set. She's got on a blue dress with white polka dots. It's a White House where I saw the son out there trying to cut all the grass. The son even tried to stop you from leaving him one day. You was leaving and he was running and chasing, Dad, wait. That's why, because she pulled a gun on him. If your son was trying to chase you down to stop you because he didn't know you was leaving, that's why. Because she pulled a gun on him. She drawed down on him. Running through the tall grass. Hollering, Dad. That's why he was scared to stand in the house with her because she pulled the gun on him. Without you present. That's why he came out and got rude when y'all was roughhousing, wrestling around. They did this on purpose. If your divine feminine is being gang stalked, they know who you are due to hacking into her shit. Somebody is targeting divine feminine's divine masculine. Because they can't get to her. But what they gonna fuck around and realize that you got the same covering as divine feminine. That's what the fools don't realize. They couldn't kill divine feminine. And now they want to come after you, but they don't realize you have the exact same protection as divine feminine. That's why the Most High said, get the fuck away from these fools, okay? Get somewhere to yourself where your name is on the dwelling, nobody else's. Unless it's your divine feminine. But other than that, get away from anybody else divine masculine, okay? They done learned they can't take your divine feminine out. So now they trying you. And it's to hurt divine feminine because they can't take her out. That's the whole reason why they're targeting you. Somebody wants to hurt divine feminine bad. So they want to take you out. And whoever referred you to this lady to go reside there set you up. Whoever referred her set you up. And if nobody referred her and you found it online, it was a setup. Your shit was hacked. I remember one time, me and my divine masculine was staying together, and I was supposed to go to a job interview. It was a setup. They had put the wrong address in there, the right company, wrong address, and I go there and I can't find the place at all. You see what I'm saying? It did not exist. You know what I'm saying? So they may be doing things like that to you. I remember I came in, he's like, what's wrong? I was like, man, I just went on a dummy run. The place did not exist, you know? So yeah, shit like that may be happening to you as well. It's not what it seems. It's not a true subleasing thing. You got sent to your hitman, okay? That woman is a hitman. Hit woman, hit man, whatever you want to call it. She's there to take your life. Okay? And she's trying to seduce you to get close enough to you to catch you off guard to do what she got to do. She's threatening your son behind your back. Now, if you don't take heed to that, you whack. For real. If you don't take heed to that, you whack as shit. Especially if it resonates. All right. Is there anything else about their vision? You know that verse where God cuts down the grass so that you can see the snakes. Okay, that's what's going to happen in your life. Your son see the snakes, whether it's in tall grass or not. Okay, that's why I say you need to listen to your child when he got an energy about a person. You know, trust it. If your son is like, because that could be God using your child to let you know, hey, this person ain't right, get the fuck away from around them, okay? Your son you think your son may be being unruly or mean. No, bro. You need to understand God is talking through your son to let you know that this person ain't right for you or him, to get the fuck away. Your son has the spirit of discernment. More than you do. If you're drinking, this is why. The Most High can't use you if you don't cleanse your vessel. He can't help you if you don't CYOB, cover your own ass. Put the fucking bottle down and stop drinking. Stand the fuck up, Divine Master. You need to become clear. You have fucking gifts. And you can't use them properly due to the... And see, one thing you don't understand neither. The sexual energy is also a gift. That's why these women, she's meant to take you out, but she still can't help but trying to fuck you. That's their gift. There's something in your energy that does that. You have this allured energy about you. Confirmation. You got to stop drinking to control this energy in you. You drink because you miss your divine feminine. You drink because you feel guilt because of how you treated your divine feminine. Heal the guilt, stop drinking, and Make right. Make amends. Don't trust this food, this woman. If she's offering food, don't trust it. You too trusting divine masculine. Smiling faces. You believe that everybody got good in them. That's not always the case. A motherfucker can fake good, but it's a rotten fig, dude. Anybody can put on a smiling face. Just because they smile in your face don't mean they're your friend. And stop looking for validation outside yourself. You are a fucking divine masculine. And if that's why, if you're scared to be by yourself, if you're scared to walk alone, then you need to really lean on God even more. You need to lean on him some more because you ain't leaning enough. God will send you those who are meant to walk with you. But you got to trust and believe that. I done told you, get your pendulum and learn how to use it. Talk to God. Trust what the pendulum's telling you. It's all about trust. I'm alive today because of a pendulum. Somebody's put a hit on your head, and it's all to spite divine feminine. It's all to spite your divine feminine. Somebody don't want her to have love at all. They don't want her to be happy. They can't stand your divine feminine because of what she represents. When I finished the book of Jeremiah, I don't know if the Most High gonna send me back to the cards or what and where we're going. I know I have to finish the Zodiacs. And he didn't give me that list for nothing, so I got to complete that. So yeah, if he don't give me another Bible assignment, I'm going back in the Zodiacs, and I'm gonna keep in mind to figure out who is trying to take divine feminine and divine masculine out. But you need to get to yourself, collect your things, collect your child, and get the fuck out of Dodge. Most High, is this divine masculine? Listen. Is he in action to get the fuck up out of Dodge? Good. Oh, Lord have mercy. You know, this shit is spiritual, more spiritual than you know. On the outside, things look one way, but on the inside, you got to look past the flesh, divine masculine. You got to start seeing the eyes are the windows to the soul. You got to start paying attention, knowing what's high vibrational and low vibrational. You have to use your spirit of discernment at all times. Never drop your defenses. Even if you're a divine feminine and you're under the sign of my voice, heed my words. Never drop your defenses. We are under attack. They do not want to see the chosen get paired up with their divine counterparts. The first wave of chosen were not high powered. They may not have gone under the attack like this wave is going. Because these are high ranking connections that's coming through now. The energy is so high. That's why they're fighting so hard to take them down, to stop them, to delay them. And if they can't delay them, if they realize they can't stop them, then they're trying to kill, unalive them. Did y'all know Aaliyah was a twin flame? They took her out. They unalived her. She didn't make it to Union. Just like there's earth angels, there's demons on this earth too. And they are out to stop these chosen ones from coming into union. People talk chosen ones are meant to walk alone. That's a bullshit lie. You came with a counterpart. Divide that number, 144, down the middle. That's how many females and how many males you have. They are divine counterparts. They're meant to come together to help lift the vibration of this planet, to help wake souls up, to help get the frequency to shift from this low vibrational chaotic energy that we've been living in. You may be hearing, when you're sober, divine masculine, you're hearing ringing in your ears. That's because you are ascending. Even when you're in your slumbers, you are ascending. You're getting higher. Your vibration still lifts. You got to stop drinking. You're using alcohol to cope. Use God to cope. You know, I take it from a struggling alcoholic. I used to do the same thing. I used to use alcohol to cope with the things that I couldn't deal with, that hurt my heart. Till I learned to lean on God. I started taking that pain and I coped with God. I got busy with God instead of busy with a bottle. That's who I turned to. That's how I did it. That's how I quit cold turkey. I took it to God and asked Him to take it away from me. And every time I got the taste for it, to remind me of why I quit. And I went and I sat with God. And it became a routine that I do daily. I have not been doing it here recently. Well, yes, I do. You know, because I've been in the spirit with it. You see what I'm saying? It has transferred from the physical to the spiritual realm where I'll be with God. You got to clean it up. You know? Especially if you're drinking and you getting drunk. It's okay if you take a glass of wine, ain't gonna kill you, bro. You know, one beer ain't gonna kill you. But when you start going into the 2 and 3s and 4s, that's when you need to really check yourself. One is enough. Just like me, I'm a coffee drinker. I could drink coffee all day long if I wanted to, but that is an addiction. So I limit myself to 1 cup of coffee a day. And this week I've only had 1 cup of coffee all week. You know, it's not easy being chosen. It's not easy. You are being guided to start detoxing yourself from drinking divine masculine. It's clouding your judgment, and it's really when it comes to you need to refrain from sex, abstinence. The Most High wants you in abstinence to cleanse your vessel, to protect your energy. That's why we had the conversation about sex the other day. Yeah. If you listen to number 6, book 6, you definitely need to uh, get in that energy that I'm in. It's been almost a year since I've had intercourse with a man. So, yeah, you need to cleanse yourself and do not allow lust and temptation. Now, I ain't gonna say I ain't getting no uh, knowledge. For those of you who know, catch my drift. But far as intercourse go, no, 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 no. And I don't even do the knowledge no more. You can't give me no knowledge. I don't want that neither. But for those of you to understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to use my words selectively because I could just right out say it, which I don't mind doing that. But just in case there's some babies listening to me, um, yeah, okay. Um, because I know even though I say no children, but they still come through it. I say no children because you know, um, my mouth can be a little bit mm, just as it should be. Thank you, Most High. It's just as it should be. All right. So but I try to curb it when I feel children present, and there's a child watching me right now. Someone who's unaged that should not be out here partaking in the sexual activities. But you have to get this child away from this woman. You have to get yourself away from this woman. The Most High said you're listening, and the time is now. You don't have days, you don't have weeks. The time is now. It's an immediate evacuation. Don't even try to argue with her. Don't give her no explanation. Don't even worry about no prorate rent. No, none of that. Just let her have whatever you done gave her and get the fuck out of Dodge. You feel me? The Most High will replace what you lost. He's moving things around, okay? Um, Especially if you know you've been trying to get you some, like getting. I feel like a one night. You've been trying to have your one night stand. The Most High's no, no. You need to shut your energy down. You are not allowed to share your divine energy with anyone else. I feel like this is because you're close to union. You know, people try to talk down on these toy stores. Well, divine masculine. Go get you a toy, bro. You know, they have imitation, Yanni's. Throw you some lube on that bad boy and do your job, okay? But far as connecting with another woman, the Most High is restricting you. You ain't gonna be able to get it to rise. I remember doing a reading a long time ago, a Divine Masculine. Bye bye, Miss Piggy. Bye. Yeah, he couldn't get it up. His dog would not stand up for nobody else. But when he thought about his divine feminine, it would rise. Oh gosh, what was the name of that reading? Because I was cracking up in that reading. I could not stop laughing because I was using some kid cards with Mickey Mouse on it. And it's so funny because the characters, the Most High is telling me the story, and I'm looking at these cards and I'm cracking up. I'm like, Lord. So, that's why this is happening. That reading is very present today. I need to go find it because I think I may have spoke on a woman that was threatening you too at that time. Oh, let me see. That was before I took my trip to Florida. Uh-huh. It's the room with the blue walls. That you see blue walls, then it's in that area. If you go back and look, because I was staying in a hotel room and it had blue walls. One of the readers got a spider on it, a brown recluse. It's in that area. So if you go back and watch it reading, then you're gonna know why your Jed ain't working on other women. Because the most high has sent you your woman, which is your divine feminine. You're about to come into the union. He don't want you sharing your royal energy with anybody else. Okay? He is putting you on restriction. He'd rather you put yourself on restriction though, to save you the embarrassment. Okay? Yeah, I put myself on restriction. I don't know. I'm not hard headed like it. Most I tell me to do something, I do my best to get on it. I don't sit up there and second guess it. The only thing I second guess was the vision he gave me about what I'm supposed to build. I second guess that. But I don't know more. He's proven his fact. Okay, I'll shut up and I'll listen. And he shouldn't have had to do that, but I'm thankful that he did. I'm thankful that he did, but I think he understands my heart why it was that way. So I try my best. I do my best not to have shame that I did not understand what he meant, that I did not stand fast in that. Um, because he understands we have to learn and we have to grow, you know. And he taught me why I should trust that, you know. And he's teaching you why you should trust him now, why you should keep your jet in your pants and not fall for any temptation. If it gets that bad, take care of your own business, okay? Be independent, divine masculine, okay? Do not be codependent on a woman to take care of your physical needs, bro, at this time. You need to become totally independent, okay? That is a form of codependency as well. You can tap into your divine feminine energy sexually, and you want the physicality of it, but in due time, in due season, you will have that, but you have to be patient. Part of the reason why you don't have it is because of decisions and choices that you've made in the past. So that's why the Most High is humbling you in this department. Okay? When it comes to sex, the Most High is humbling you. You could be in a bit of that king Nebuchadnezzar energy too. Okay? Your pride, your ego, just in a different format, okay? And I'm going to see how you fit in this area of this book and what we're talking about as I decode the message. All right, here we go. Jeremiah 24, verse 8. And as the bad fig, which cannot be eaten, they are so bad. Surely thus say the Lord, so I will give up Zedekiah, the king of Judah, to the king of Judah, his prince, the residue of Jerusalem, who remain in this land, and thus who dwell in the land of Egypt. I will deliver them to trouble into all the kingdoms of the earth, for their harm to be a reproach, a byword, a taunt, or a curse in all places where I shall drive them. Oh gosh, she's taunting your son. You was driving her somewhere and she was shooting him up her middle finger, cursing him. Did y'all not know that's a curse? When you throw your middle finger up at somebody, you are automatically cursing them. That's why in the Bible it tells you not to point. There's different hand mantras that have different meanings. And to throw a bird up to somebody, you are uttering a curse among that person. And I will send the sword, the famine, and the pestilence among them, till they are consumed from the land that I have gave to them. The land that he have gave to you is your divine counterpart. I gave to them and their fathers. The Son knows your path. The Son knows your path about you being a divine masculine, about you having a divine feminine, and he wants you to be on that path. That's why the Son reached out to me. 70 years of 70 years of desolation. Chapter 25. The word that came from Jeremiah concerning all the people of Judah in the 4th year of you could have been separated from your divine feminine for 4 years now. In the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, which was the 1st year of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. So you've been, because Trump is being depicted as Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, you ever since the 1st year of when was the election? 2024. You've been guided to go into isolation since then. Okay, the moment Trump was sworn into office, you have been getting guided from the Most High to move away, to take your child and move away, to isolate yourself, to go into hermit mode, to follow these instructions that I'm giving you today. This ain't the first time I've spoken this, because that's why I kept saying a hard head makes a soft ass. Okay? Yeah. Let's see. Which Jeremiah the prophet spoke to all the people of Judah and to all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, from the 13th year of Josiah, the son of Amon, king of Judah. Your son could be 13. Whew. Your son may also have some type of gifts. Even to this day, this is the 23rd year in which the word of the Lord has come. You could have been 23. No. When you, 23 when you met the mom? Or was separated? I don't know. The age 23 is relevant for you. Or your divine feminine. This is the 23rd year in which the word of the Lord has come to me, and I have spoken to you rising early. Hello? I am speaking to you rising early. I don't rise as early and come talk to y'all. Come on, man. Oh, shit. But you have not listened, and the Lord has sent you to all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but you have not listened, nor incline your ear to hear, being hard-headed. What I say? They said, repent now, everyone, of his evil ways and his evil doings. And I feel like that's to these people that's trying to take out divine masculine and divine feminine. Most High is saying y'all better repent your evil ways, because y'all need to stop. He don't warn y'all too, and yet y'all don't listen. Okay. He gonna make fat meat greasy. Keep playing. They said, repent now, everyone, of his evil way and his evil doing, and dwell in the land that the Lord has given to you. The land that the Lord has given to you, divine masculine, is divine feminine. You want to go plow the land of others, that ain't where you divinely got it to go, bro. So it's time to stop doing this. It's time to plow the land that God gave you, which is your divine feminine. Okay? That's why your plow didn't work. Now. Oh, gosh. I don't know why I just heard the Most High holler, clock it. Ooh. You know what? I'm so old school. I don't know some of these new terms. The Most High been teaching me these terms and shit. And so, and my children too. And I'm like, how you know the terms and I don't? I'm like, how you know the terms and I don't? The Most High is hip, y'all. I be tripping. Because I'm like, dang, I ain't even know that Most High. The kids, I asked one of my kids, they're like, yeah, this is. I'm like, dang. I know I be off in my own little bubble. For real. Too much. But anyway, I probably come out my bubble a little bit. Just a little. But anyway, I heard him holler, clock it. Oh, shit. I love you, Most High, boy. People don't understand you, do they? Not like you showing yourself to me. Man. My God got jokes. My God will cuss you out. My God gonna love on you at the same damn time, and then gonna teach you a bunch of damn lessons. He gonna put you through it. You know what I'm saying? Man. And when I say he powerful, Lord have mercy. Okay. Man. You know, I told God one day, I said, I wish I could have a man like you. You know, and I mean that shit. You know, and that's a high shoe to feel. You know, maybe I gotta come down a little bit because I don't think nobody can feel that shoe. But the way God loves me and protect me and make sure I got what I need, man, it's and I ain't got much, but I am content. I'm thankful, you know, because I could have been out there on the street on the concrete, laid up under some tree, you know. And I'm thankful for every little bit I have. And even though I know God want to bless me with more, you know, I'm still grateful for the small things. I could never think of. I get it. I shouted, you know. I live in low income housing, but I shouted for joy to have it. You know, I give thanks and honor to have it. And if you can't give thanks and honor for the small things, then what makes you think God gonna give you the big things? Because then you're gonna feel entitled. Then you're gonna be ungrateful. I'm never in the energy of ungratefulness to my God. You know, even with now teaching me that I have the ability to decode this book, you know, it still amazes me. He loves to surprise me too. Even though I don't like, so I still don't like surprises. Okay, I guess we that's a battle. Me and him going, you know, he's waging that he can get me to like surprises, and yeah, um, I don't like surprises because every surprise I've ever experienced has been harmful in my life. Every time I got surprised, it was something bad. Uh, so I don't like surprises. I've never had a good surprise in my life until I met God. Until I met God. Wow. Until I met God, and He has surprised me in ways that I can't even, you know, the joy that He puts in my heart, you know, of just knowing Him, just being able to say He's my best friend, He's my husband, He's my brother, He's my sister, He's my everything, everything I need. I can't thank Him enough. I want to. I sometimes feel like I don't thank Him enough, but He's good with me. But I just want to thank Him more and more and more each day because I cannot tell you why I'm alive today other than God. You know, the enemy been trying to take me out since I was a child. Opened up the door and threw me out the car while I was asleep. And my daddy ran completely over my body. He thought I was dead. I didn't die. I had a fractured leg, but I didn't die. My brother helped me put a gun to my head, loaded gun. We was fighting like cats and dogs over it, and I think that was God to show me that my brother had an evil streak in him because we was outside and he was sitting on a car. I was standing next to him and I had a spray can top. It's plastic. And I was tossing it in the air and catching it like a ball. And a gust of wind came through and blew it out my hand, but right before I got ready to catch it. And it hit him in his eye. And he picked up a car rim off the ground and threw it at me and tried to hit me in my head with it. He missed. I ran in the house and I got a knife because I'm like, this nigga trying to kill me. you know? I ran in the house and I got a meat cleaver and a butcher knife. And I'm standing in the kitchen. He coming there. And he said, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I said, well, I'm going to kill you first because you ain't going to kill me, you know? And He goes upstairs in his room and he's hollering and he's cussing and I'm hollering and cussing and I follow behind him. He turned around, he's got a gun. He put it to my temple, to my dome, right between my eyebrows. And I had no fear, none whatsoever. When I should have been scared, I had no fear. I put the knives down and I pushed my head into the gun and told him to pull the fucking trigger. I don't even know why I said that to him to this day. To this day, I don't. It couldn't have been nothing but God testing him. Pull the fucking trigger. That's what I told him. He looked at me and like he seen like he seen something he ain't never seen before. His eyes welled up. He was like, "Oh my gosh," it scared the fuck out of him. He put that gun down quicker than shit and cried like a baby. I remember that day. I don't know why though. I don't know what he saw. Never talked to him again about it. But he saw something. And all he just said was, "You crazy, you crazy." No, I ain't crazy. I just don't fear you. Because something else is guiding me. And that was the Most High God. I didn't understand it then. I was, 12 years old? 12 years old. And after that, this is how many attacks the enemy has made on my life now. I'm being guided to share with y'all how many times since I was a child, the enemy has been trying to get rid of me. The other time, let's see, I think I was 16. Yeah, I was 16. I was selling weed. I was in high school selling weed. I was a weed head. I smoked the hell out of weed too. And 16 years old. And I was with my cousin. And one of her ex-boyfriends pulled up and wanted to take her somewhere. And she didn't want to go, not by herself, because she knew he was trying to have sex with her. He was abusive towards her too. And she didn't want to go. So she was like, "Hey, I want you to go with me." I was like, "Okay." She said, "Because I already know what he going to try to do. If you with me, he ain't going to do it." She said, "I just want to smoke a blunt. That's it. I don't want to, do nothing else he want to do." So I said, "Okay, I'll go." When he pulls up and he's like, "Come on." She's like, "I ain't going unless she can go." Talking about me. And he's like, "Man, come on, get in the car." So we both go to the car, right? He locked the doors, wouldn't let me in. And he said, she got out the car, back out the car, like, She said, "No, I'm not going if she can't go." And he was like, "Well, man, what you mean?" He got so irate, mad. I was like, "Dang, bro, what you getting mad for? Why you acting like that, And he started cussing me out. He got real irate. And he started calling me out my name. I remember him. He started calling me out my name, and I got mad, and I started cussing him out, and she cussing him out. And I said, "You lucky ain't nobody got your ass when all the times you put your hands on her." And he said something, and I picked up. I said, "Bro, it's time you move around." You know what I'm saying? Go on and go. There ain't nobody going. Gone. Bye. F you. This, and that. F you. This, and that. I was like, "Okay." So there's a big ass brick by my foot. I said, "Bro, you need to go on." You know what I'm saying? She don't want to go. You not finna make her go. Go on. And she sat down on a tree stump that was right there next to the sidewalk. And she's like, "Bro, just go on." She telling him to leave. He cussing us both out. So I picked this brick up. I said, bro, I'm going to smash your window out if you don't get the fuck out of this goddamn driveway. I was serious too. And he backed up. He said, okay, okay. He said, throw it. I said, what you think I won't? He said, I don't think you will. I threw that bitch. Big ass boulder. It hit his hood. I missed the windshield. He bagged up. He bagged up and all the way across the street and floored him straight at me. I didn't move neither. I did not move. Some told me not to move. I didn't move. I stood there. And when he came, he hit me head on, knocked me up over the building. My cousin screamed bloody murder. Oh my God, yes. And then the funny part is, I fly up. There was a chain link fence that was at the beginning of the property. It was a duplex. I flew up over the fence and my head just went over the roof. And I smacked the ground. Boom. Hard as shit. She's running towards me. I jump up. I'm running, chasing this man down the street. She said, what the fuck? Because she's like, thought I was dead. Because I laid there for a minute. And then, poof, I'm up. Gone. She said, what the fuck? First she said, oh my God, you done killed my cousin. When I jumped up, she hollered, what the fuck? Oh God, that shit cracks me up to this day. I wish I could have recorded her expression because it was so priceless. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I chased this man down the street. I mean, when I was younger, I could run my ass off. I mean, run. I was gone. He punched me, and I'm right behind his ass. I said, bitch, stop the car. Stop the car, you bitch. he was scared. He's like, she chasing me. I said, yeah, I'm chasing you. Stop that goddamn car, bitch. You gonna run me over and hit me with that car. You know what I'm saying? He was a woman abuser. He liked to abuse women. He worked in the schools too. So, I'm chasing him. So finally, my cousin went and called my daddy. My daddy come over there. He was like, he did what? And you did what? Oh, gosh. And I was like, yeah. He said, oh, you hurt? I said, no, I'm fine. He said, how the hell you fine? They couldn't understand it. They could not understand it. He hit me hard enough that it should have killed me. I hit a concrete ground. I should have had a concussion, a broke bone or something hard as he hit me. He had to be going, I'm standing still. He had to be going every bit of 30 miles an hour. Boom. Knocked me off my feet up in the air. And my cousin, she said, Daly, your daughter is superhuman. He was like, shit, something wrong with her. How the hell she survived it? He ain't got to take me to the hospital. Not once. And I never had any injuries behind that. My daddy put me in the car. We go over to the guy's job. And he drawed down on it. He had his shotgun. He said, bro, I tell you what, you ever put your hands on my daughter again, I'm gonna put about 3, 4, 5 of these up in you. Never seen that dude again. Never seen him again. My daddy was toxic as fuck, but when it came down to somebody fucking with me, Lord have mercy, he was my protector. He didn't play about me. That's one thing I can say. My daddy did not play about me. You better not touch me. But I thank God for him for that. Cause if the shit went down if my daddy was still living and this shit went down, he'd been in penitentiary. I'm telling you that now, cause some folks would be dead. But that was that situation. And then let's see. Let me go back. I'm going down memory lane. When I got shot, the day I got shot, I should have been shot in the head. I don't remember moving my arm. I was too busy trying to pull myself under the car. down to the floorboard. All I know is I seen the guy lining my head up, and I saw the fire from his gun. And then I remember seeing my arm fly up in the air catching the bullet. I don't remember moving my arm. I don't remember doing that. But I do remember having a conversation with God telling me not to get in that car to walk home. Don't get in that car, walk home. The first time I heard God speak to me. Huh. That was the first time God spoke to me. He said, don't get in that car, walk home. I was pregnant. And he said, I was scared that I was hurting. So I was scared to walk home. I lived across town. And I was in South Nashville and I had to get to East Nashville. And I was on foot and I had my other child, I had my oldest in the stroller. And the baby I was pregnant with, his dad, he went and found us a ride. And God told me, don't get in that car. He said, do not get in that car. I didn't listen. I got in that car. Uh, but God kept me. Even though I got hurt, he kept me. I lost some mobility in my arm. But, that was his way of saying, hey, I'm going to get you through it, but that don't mean you're going to always come out unscathed. In some situation, you may get scratched, you may get cut, but I'm going to get you through it. Had he not intervened, I would have been dead. That bullet would have been lodged in my head. I lost my arm, not my head. I met the crime scene photo investigator a year later, and he cried. He said, what happened to your arm? And I told him. He said, where did it happen at? Because I had gotten into an altercation with my son's dad, and they was taking pictures of the scratches and shit on my body and the bruises. And they said, he said, where did it happen at? And I told him the exact location. He said, when did this happen? And I told him the date. He said, oh my gosh. And he broke down in tears. He said, somebody lived? You lived? And I was like, yeah, what do you mean? He said, when I was the one taking pictures of the crime scene, of all the gun shell casings. And I just knew nobody could have survived what I witnessed. I'm always the one to see the aftermath of what happened, but I never meet survivors. I never know if anybody survived what I have to go clean up, what I have to go document. And he was documenting the gun shells. He said he had only gotten to number 62, but there was still hundreds more that he had not counted before he got another call to go to another crime scene. So he said 62 gun shell cases. I just assumed everybody did. I said, no, we all survived. I'm the only one that got hurt. And he broke down and cried. He just said I think he took a picture with me and hugged me. And he was just so astounded to know that I had even survived that. And that he actually was the one that had come behind to document what transpired. There are so many times the enemy will attack y'all, okay? I'm sharing this with y'all because some of y'all may have gone through similar experiences, close calls. I've even had near-death experiences where I was actually clinically dead and risen, And y'all just witnessed the other one, they poisoned me. So there's more, but I'm not gonna go into all of the. It's so many times they tried to take me out, you know. But I'm saying this to you, Divine Master, because uh, you're not safe. If you don't listen, you're not safe, bro. Okay. Um, and you need to get you and your child to safety. If you don't do it for God or yourself, do it for your child. You know, don't wait it out trying to see if it's right. You know, because sometimes you might get scratched. You know, and I feel like you have the ability now to avoid that if you listen. I still have trouble with my arm today. You know, it aches, especially when it rains. I have metal all in my arm. They had to give me a. I have a fake elbow. My elbow is not real because the bullet shattered my elbow. They had to reconstruct my elbow and my arm. Um, had I listened, I would have never went through that. You know, had I took heed to God telling me not to get in that car, I wouldn't have went through that. Stop second guessing the message and trust what you're being told. Okay. Now, where did I leave off, Mosiah? And the Lord has sent you to all his prophets, his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but you have not listened, nor incline your ears to hear. They said, repent now, everyone, of his evil ways and his evil doings, and dwell in the land of the Lord has given to you and your fathers forever and ever. Do not go after other gods to serve them and worship them, and do not provoke me to anger with the works of your hands, and I will not harm you. Yet you have not listened to me, said the Lord, that you might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands, and hands to your own hurt. And two of those incidences of my own hurt. When I threw the brick, I did that. I got ran over, but God kept me. You know, that's why He told me to stand still. Huh? Wow. And then that's how God whoop your ass, though. You hear what I'm saying now? When I got ran over that day, that was God whooping my ass because I threw that brick. When He told me, when I should have just walked away from it, I should have just left it alone. But I let my own anger get the best of me. You know, I was matching his energy when I should have just humbled myself and moved on. Because it wasn't my business. And I did get the nudge to walk away. I did. And I didn't listen to it, you know? And then when I got shot, God specifically spoke up in my ears and told me, do not get in that car, walk home, you and that baby gonna be okay. You can make it. Do not get in that car. And I didn't listen. And I got my ass whooped again. I got shot. So Divine Master, it's up to you. Take it for one that done had the ass whooped by God. You know, He ain't let him take me, but He damn sure whooped my ass. I got ran over by a car and I got um my arm. I got shot in the arm. Okay, and those were times I didn't listen. You know, let me see. Are those the only two times I didn't listen? Yeah, after that, I started listening. I started paying attention. If I got a bad feeling or something was off, I listened and started following it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to whoop my ass more than twice. That's it. Two was enough. You got whoop my ass again. But see, he kept me through it all, okay? He did not let me die. But he damn sure let me get my ass whooped. You know? So you can quick to anger and retaliate against this woman if you want to. Okay? Or you can do as you're being guided to just pack your shit and go. All right? So do not retaliate. Just walk away. That don't make you a punk bitch. That don't mean she getting away with it. That's God telling you, let me handle it. Let me get her. You see what I'm saying? You get out the way, child, and you take care of your child while I take care of you. Okay? That's what the Most High is trying to tell you. Stop seeking vengeance, Divine Masculine. It's not for you. You know? God will give you the opportunities to whoop your enemy's ass. Okay? But until he give you them opportunities, quit taking them. You know? A prime example. When I had to fight for my life, you know? Homeless fighting for my life. That was a prime example when God gave me an opportunity to get a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I had no choice. It was fight or die that day. And I didn't want to fight because I gave up fighting long time ago. I'm too old to be fighting. Shit. But most houses like, you going to get your rust ass up and fight today. So I got my ass up and I fought. And I won. I was successful. You know? I was able to keep myself from being shot that day in the chest. My daughter kept telling me, Mama, I keep having dreams of a funeral, me getting shot in the chest. And I'm like, baby, you're not seeing you. You're seeing me. She was seeing me getting shot in the chest. So that day I knew I had to fight. I had to. Even though I didn't want to fight. I just wanted to collect my children and go. But I had to fight. You know? And that's when it's gonna be. When you don't want a revenge, when you don't want to fight. That's when God gonna turn around and be like, here, now it's your turn to fight. Here you go, whoop their ass and whoop it good. You know what I'm saying? So look, as soon as I said a hawk flying by my window, you know. So there are, the Most High will give you opportunities to take out and do what you're supposed to do. But if you want to retaliate because this woman dropped down on your son, which I get it, I do. But Divine Master, just walk away. Just walk away. You know, because you might be getting angry like, man, I oughta. And then you stopping yourself. That's God stopping you. Okay? Every time you holler what you oughta and you stop yourself, that's God stopping you, telling you to walk away. Okay? Just walk away from it. Take your child and just go. Let God handle it. Okay? What he said. Yet you have not listened to me, saith the Lord, that you might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt. So the Most High is trying to keep you safe. And you're going to piss him off if you go trying to handle this yourself. Okay? Let it be. Just let it go. Okay? And let the Most High handle it. He wants to get him because he's angry. But if you get him, he's going to become angry with you. You see what I'm saying? Because he don't like what he saw. That's why he connected me to the child. And like, look at this shit. Just look at this shit. Look what this woman doing. I saw through the eyes of the child. And then I saw through the eyes of the woman. And then I saw through your eyes. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, because you have not heard my words, behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith the Lord of and the Lord, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will bring them against this land, against its inhabitants, and against these nations all around, and will utterly destroy them and make them an astonishment, a hissing, and a perpetual desolation. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridge room, and the voice of the bride. What? Excuse me. The voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, and the sound of the milestones. So you could possibly be destined to marry your divine feminine. Okay? And that's what you're being guided. That's what you need to focus on. Okay? If you got plans to marry your divine feminine, instead of trying to retaliate on this so-called landlord, the Most High said focus on your plans for your divine feminine. Okay? Especially if you're planning to marry your divine feminine. And this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment. And these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. Then it will come to pass, when 70 years are completed, that I will punish the king of Babylon and that nation. Hold up. I don't know why I'm being got. How old is Donald Trump? 79. Uh-oh. Then it will come to pass, when 70 years are completed, that I will punish the king of Babylon and that nation and the land of the Chaldeans for their iniquity, said the Lord. And I will make it a perpetual desolation. So I will bring on the land all my words which I have pronounced against it, for that it for that is written in this book, which Jeremiah has prophesied concerning all the nations. For many nations and great kings shall be served by them by them also, and I will repay them according to their deeds. What I say, whatever you lose in this deal, divine masculine, let it go. The Most High gonna make sure you get it back. You know what I'm saying? But if you go retaliating, acting a donkey nut, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he gonna repay your deeds, okay? So take heed, man. For many nations and great kings shall be served by them also, and I will repay them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hands. Hello. So if your hands is idle, doing devilish things, retaliation, then you're going to be repaid with retaliation. If your hands is busy working toward your future, toward your divine path, getting your child to a safe place, then you shall be rewarded. Okay? So it's all about what you choosing to do right now, divine masculine. The path you choose is very crucial right now. Of course, this is upsetting. Me, you, and God get it. Okay? But it's time to go. It's time to just walk away. And for the son, if you want your father to retaliate, because I remember telling the child to come on, let's go, come on. And you may not want to move because you feel like your dad should get her. Sit down and listen to your daddy. Okay? If your daddy chooses to walk away from this situation without retaliation, he's doing what he is ordered to do by the Most High God. Okay? Now, if you insist on your dad retaliating, it's not going to fare well for you or him. So if you want your dad to retaliate to defend your honor, he's defending your honor by moving you to safety. Okay? All battles don't have to be fought, child. Some you got to pick and choose when to fight. And this is a moment where this man and you and your dad is in danger. And your dad needs to choose to walk away instead of retaliate. Okay? You know, some battles you got to give over to God and let God fight them. He can fight them way better than you can. And it might not happen when you want it, but it's going to be right on time, you know? Because he's orchestrating. It's like a symphony, you know? Before you get to the finale, you got to go through all these moves and motions. You got to go through the tubas, the trombones, the violins, the harps, the xylophones, the cellos, the violas, you know, the flutes. It's a symphony. There's a lot of things that transpire when the Most High is creating his comeback on a motherfucker. Okay, trust that, and trust he get him. You know, I know he done got my enemies. I done seen some of them. You know, he done let me know. Some of them done had to come tell me themselves how God been getting them. And I just be like, well, okay. Thank you, God, you know, for honoring me, for protecting me, for showing me that you would not let evildoers get away with it, you know? So, you know, to the child, you may not understand why daddy just walking off. You know, there's a time and a place. You need to learn from dad in this moment. There's sometimes some battles you don't fight. Some battles you fight it better by walking away. Confuse your enemy with silence, child. You see what I'm saying? Confuse thy enemy with silence. Remain quiet, remain stand fast, and get them feet to moving to get to safety. That's what's required of you and your dad. Nothing else, nothing more. God's gonna handle that. And you gotta trust and believe that. Okay? Judgment on the nation. For thus saith the Lord of excuse me. For thus saith the Lord God of Israel to me. Take this wine cup of fury, hello, of my hand, from my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send you to drink it. And they will drink and stagger and go mad because the sword that I will send among them. What I just say, God will take care of them. Take your anger, put it in a cup, and send it over to God. And he gonna multiply it. Okay? Just let it go. Give it to God. Whatever she did, she gonna pay for it. She's not getting away. She's not getting away. Trust. Okay? Trust that. You are divinely favored and highly and divinely protected by the Most High God. Give your anger, give your vengeance, give your need for retaliation to God, and walk away. Then I took the cup from the Lord's hand and made all the nations drink, to whom the Lord hath sent me, Jerusalem and the cities of Judah. its king and its prince, to make them a desolate and astonishment, a hissing and a curse, as it is this day. Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Hold on. Page is stuck together. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, his servants, his princes, and all his people are all mixed multitude, all in the kings of the land of Uz, all the kings of the land of the Philippines, merely Ashkelon, Giza, Ekron, and the remnants of Ashad, Emad, Moab, and the people of Ammon, all the kings of Tyre, all the kings of Sidon, and the kings of the coastland which are across the sea, Dedan, Tema, Buz, and all who are in the furthest corners, all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mixed multitude will dwell in the desert, all the kings of Zamari, all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of Mades. Excuse me. All the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world which are on the faces of the earth. Also the kings of Sheshach shall drink after them. Therefore you shall say to them, thus say the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, drink, be drunk, and vomit. For full, fall and rise no more, because of the sword which I will send among you. And it shall be, if you refuse to take the cup from your hand to drink, then you shall say to them, thus say the Lord of hosts, you shall certainly drink, for behold, I began to bring calamity on the city, which is called by my name. And should you be utterly unpunished, you shall not be unpunished. For I will call for a sword on all the inhabitants of the earth, says the Lord of hosts. Therefore prophecies against them all these words, and say to them, the Lord will roar from the high, and utter his voice from the holy habitation. He will roar mighty against his foe. He will give a shout as those who tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. A noise will come to the end of the earth, for the Lord has a controversy with the nation. He will plead his case with all flesh. He will give those who are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, disaster shall go forth from the nations to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be rised up. What I say? Oh wow. The spray can top flew out my hand and hit my brother in the eye. from the farthest part of the earth. He's my brother on my father's side. And I'm an earth sign. And at that day, the slain of the Lord shall be from one end of the earth, even to the other end of the earth. They shall not be laminated or gathered or buried. They shall become refuse on the ground. Wail, shepherds, and cry. Roll about in the ashes. Your leaders of the flocks, you leaders of the flock, for the day of your slaughter and the dispersion of the dispersions are filled. You shall fall like the previous vessel, and the shepherds will have no way to flee, nor the leaders of the flocks to escape. A voice of the city, a voice of the cry of the shepherd, and the wailing of the leaders to the flock will be heard. For the Lord has plundered their pastures, and the peaceful dwellings are cut down. Therefore, the fierce anger of the Lord, he has left his lyre like a lion, his lair like a lion. For their land is desolate, because the fireness of their oppressors, and because of his fierce anger. Oh gosh. Mm. Do you want me to continue, Musa? Stop right there. All right. Hope y'all take heed, man. Sending y'all out with peace, love, and light. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. And y'all take care of yourselves. Remember, choose your battles wisely. Sometimes you got to give it over to God. Peace.